Hey, yo, Miggy, what's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever episode of MiggyTalks. This is your host with the most, Miggy, aka Daddy, aka your worst nightmare, aka Miguel Antonio Martinez. Now, I like to start off with, giving you guys a little bit of a background about myself. I was born in the nice city of Placentia, but I was raised in the amazingly beautiful and eventful city of Long Beach. Shout out to all my homies in Long Beach. And yeah, that's pretty much where I spent my entire childhood. I made a lot of friends. I got into a lot of trouble, but also made amazing memories. So many cute girls. All the homies was nice. It's just a nice place to kick back and, just do your thing. But, however, I am currently in Northern California going to school at Feather River College in a really, really small town of Quincy, California. Only 5,000 people population. 2 traffic lights throughout the entire town, and the closest town/city is about a good 45 to an hour and a half away. All we got is Subway in this town, so if I need me an In-N-Out burger, I gotta drive about, I want to say an hour, 45 minutes to Reno, Nevada. That's some mish. But yeah, I got recruited out here to play baseball. Believe it or not, I was supposed to play baseball at Compton City College because I didn't really want to play at LBCC because it was a little bit too compact for me. I didn't really feel like I was going to get a full college experience. I just kind of want to, step out my comfort zone for a little bit. But while I was working out at Compton City College, I met a coach, and he told me, hey, have you ever heard of Feather River College? I looked at him, I was like, what? Feather what? You got me. What are you talking about? And so I mentioned it to my parents, and he gave me the phone number to talk with the coach, chit-chat back and forth a little bit. My family decided to make a quick little summer vacation and go check it out, so that's what we did. As soon as I got here, looked around, met the coaches, looked at the field, looked at the amazing scenery of pine trees in the background, and I said, yep, this is it. So, believe it or not, about 2 months later, I started my first year. Man, was that eventful. But I'm back for my second year, and I'm just excited to be back. I'm excited to go out, play some ball. I'm starting this podcast. I got an album that I'm working on. I made a whole bunch of good relationships with people. Music is doing good. Baseball is doing good. School's doing good. So, I'm living my best life. So I just want to, share a little bit of that with you. And yeah, here we go. Now, I'm the oldest of 5 children, okay? I got 2 younger brothers and I got 2 younger sisters. And, for Christmas and their birthdays, my parents would get them, a little American Girl doll or a Barbie or something like that. And, they go out, play with them, brush their hair and stuff, it's fun. So, those dolls are fun to hang out with. Now, that's not the case for some of these people in Missouri. Believe it or not, there was reported a whole bunch of creepy, mysterious dolls just all scattered around Missouri County. They were all life-sized. I guess there was some laying on a rock with no head. Some looked like they were crying against a pole. Others were hanging from light poles. Like, what the heck's going on here? You know what I mean? Apparently, people were calling the cops on them because they thought that they were actual kids hanging from the pole at first, And, I would probably be a little bit traumatized if I just walked outside and I saw a kid hanging from a pole. I would be like, what the heck is going on? But, the town that I'm in, Quincy, we don't really, it's a very small and calm and, just soothing town. However, we do have ghosts. I just want a 100% fact. We have ghosts. Matter of fact, I could tell you about last year when I was staying at the dorms. This was my freshman year, and we have a roommate. We call him Big Louisiana because he's Louisiana. He's 6'2", big ass dude. Anyways, so he was hanging out with us at the dorms for maybe the first 3 months of school, whatnot. He kind of just stopped hanging out, and he started hanging out at one of our teammates' house. So when he was gone, he left his shampoo in the bathroom, and nobody's touched it for at least 4 months or whatnot. And it was maybe a good, I want to say 2.5 inches into the shelf. You know what I mean? So it's not hanging off the shelf. It's quite a ways into the shelf. So one day I was talking with my roommate, my other roommate, in the kitchen, which is on the complete opposite side of the wall. And all of a sudden, we both heard it, and there was like a big thud in the bathroom. And I was like, "What the heck is this?" Come to find out, when I walked in, his shampoo that was clearly nobody's touched it or done anything to it. That was just laying there, and it just straight fell, and we was like, "What?" So I mean, I don't know. Some crazy shit be happening out here sometimes, but besides that, it's pretty cool. Straight a girl, you're the best that there can ever be. And just for you, I'm working hard to be a better me. I don't play games, girl, that's all you need to understand. I'm taking time, cause I wanna be a better man. Now, this next segment I would like to talk about is music. You know, I mean, I love music. I'm always surrounded by music. Everywhere I go in the car, I gotta be blasting some type of music, windows down. That's just how I roll. You know what I mean? Before I go to the gym, before I go to games, on the way to school, I'm at least I would have to say on average I'm listening to maybe like 50 songs a day. Something like that, some crazy number like that. But I mean, I've just in this segment I would like to, pull up some songs that I've added over the week and why I put them on my phone. Now, the most recent song that I've added is Bad 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 featuring Little Baby by Young Thug off of his newest album. I mean, the reason why I like listening to the song is because I know it gets me hyped going to school, and it's new. You know, every time some artist drops a new song and it's bumping, you just gotta hop on it right away, and that's just, I don't know, it's just something that I like to listen to. I like the way, they do their thing pretty much. Now, the next song is Don't Matter to Me by Drake and Michael Jackson. Now, this song is just, I don't know. I especially like Michael Jackson's part in it. When I think it's crazy, especially since he's been dead for like a while now, but still he's still popping up and he's still relevant in today's culture, which is, every artist's dream. Every artist's dream is to be relevant years and years and years after you die. Perfect example of that, I would have to say, would probably be the Beatles. Beatles music, I think, was never gonna die. The Beatles were just amazing. The way they created music, the way they created sound, the way that the chemistry through the entire band, like the chemistry that they had was amazing. And yeah, I mean, that's every artist's goal. Like I said, that's something that I'm trying to achieve. Now, this next song I would like to talk about is called Okay for Now by Lil Skies. Now, this is one of those songs where once I hear it, it takes me to another place in my life. Because when this song first came out, I mean, I was going through some stuff, keeping it real. I was away from home. It was really cold. I had a major, major culture shock being from a big city, coming down to a super, super small town, never living in the snow, never living in the cold, to now I'm living in the snow and I'm going to school and it's about 18 degrees outside. And it really kind of took a toll on me. It was really abrupt, and I was a little down in the dumps, I guess you could say. So when I heard the song "Okay for Now," it really gave me a lot of comfort, and I was able to feel the emotions that Lil Sky was putting into this song, and I correlated with the emotions that I was going through in the time. All right, now in this next segment, I did a little poll on my Instagram. Basically, I asked my followers if they had any ideas of topics or things that they wanted to, get my input on, and at the same time give them a shout out. Now, this first suggestion comes from my boy John CX, and he says nutrition. Well, me, I'm big into nutrition. Ever since I was a little kid, I was always doing push-ups, always doing pull-ups, always doing sit-ups. Fitness was just, I was always into it. And since I'm an athlete, it just kind of takes things to the next level. I'm always going to the gym every day. I'm doing this thing called 5 minutes of fury, which is basically just ab workouts for 5 minutes straight without taking a breath. And I mean, I take a breath, but without taking a break, and it's killer. But food wise, especially my roommate Ian, shout out to my roommate Ian. Him and I, like, we're on this grind. I mean, we're making sure we got our protein, our carbs, our vegetables every single night. As a matter of fact, I just cooked dinner tonight, and we had some oven baked chicken with some macaroni and cheese mixed in with some green peas, some green beans, and we was just feasting. It was probably one of the best dinners I've made ever, besides the ham that I almost burned down my dorm with. But that's a whole nother story. So yeah, nutrition wise, I mean, it's just like simple, just going working out to the gym every day. I mean, you gotta create a plan. You gotta be motivated to go out and do. You gotta have a goal. You have to have purpose when you work out. When you have nutrition, what is your purpose? Well, my purpose, of course, I want to go pro in baseball, and I want to look good. Like, I mean, I'm in college. Like, who does not want to look good in college? But like, who, you know what I mean? Like, just stick to a plan, create a plan, do what you got to do, and yeah, that's kind of my take on nutrition. Now, this next question comes from David's Three Baston, and he says 6ix9ine trial. How do I feel about this 6ix9ine trial? First off, I think he's a crown. I think he's a clown. It's just is dumb. He was hot. He was big. You know what I mean? In the billboards, like, it's true. The stuff that he was saying on his little rants on Instagram is true. He was one of the hardest artists of this generation of music. I mean, I don't really care much for his stuff, to be honest. Like, if I was getting ready to go out and, get into a fight, then definitely I would want to listen to some of his music. But besides that, like, if I'm with my girl or anything like that, I probably would not play 6ix9ine. But I don't know. He's kind of irrelevant to me, to be honest. Now, this next question comes from Crazy Fish Dom. Shout out to my boy. He said, top vacation spots for your favorite plus memorable summer moment. Well, if we're talking about this summer, I would have to say Disneyland. I'm a 19-year-old man, and I've never been to Disneyland in my entire life, and I've always grown up in Southern California. How is that possible? I don't know. I just never really had a big Disney childhood, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? I was always busy playing baseball or Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something like that. Just I just never really was interested in the Disney fantasy world. But I definitely did go this year. I thought it was pretty cool. Uh, the vibes were hella nice. Just everybody was just always smiling everywhere, and I mean, it was pretty special to walk on the grounds of probably one of, if not the biggest company in the entire world. It's pretty crazy. Now, this next segment comes from I am Ian Shagstead. Shout out to my roommate. This is my boy. And he said, is there aliens in this world? Now, I don't know if he's talking about like on planet Earth or in general. In general, yes, I do think there is aliens. That's one of the nice parts about living out here in the middle of nowhere, is because when I look up, I can see all the stars, unlike Long Beach where there's all the city lights. And as soon as I looked up and I saw like the little patches of the Milky Way, there's no doubt in my mind that there's aliens out there. So, I mean, I feel like at the rate that we're going with technology, shoot, we might be able to inhabit Mars someday or something like that. I mean, who knows? Anything is really possible in these days. All right. Now, this next question comes from Quinn Salin. Shout out to my girl. She said, weird thing of the week. Talk about something mind blowing in detail. Maybe like astral projection. Okay, astral projection is crazy. Just the idea of being able to leave your body and look at yourself while you're leaving your body. A lot of people will probably refer to that as maybe ego death or something like that. I think that would be insane. And it turns out I even did a little research on the internet, and people are saying that there is ways to do it. Like, there's this thing called transcendental meditation, where if you do it right and you practice it a lot, you can achieve astral projection. And I mean, I think that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like, just to be able to leave your body and look at yourself in real time. It's pretty crazy. and probably pretty scary at the same time. But I feel like it's definitely something that I would want to try. All right. Next question comes from Matthew 2.0. Shout out to my boy. He said, your goal for rapping and how you plan to achieve it. What is my goal for rapping? That's a good question. Well, to be honest, I want to give a positive impact on this world. I want to be able to spit truth. I want to be able to spit something that other people can relate to. I don't want to create some fantasy, idealistic idea, of the big chains, nice ass car. I mean, to be honest, I'm only a 19-year-old broke college kid. I'm barely getting by as it is. So I can't be rapping about having all this money and stuff all the time. So that's why, it's just as easy, I feel like, to come up with topics that don't relate to tangible objects as it is, it's just as easy to create real content, create something that targets certain things in the world that makes people's eyes open and be like, oh, wow, like, like this is true. Like, that's something that I'm trying to reach for, like be a preacher in a way, but be a preacher through my music. Just, shed the light of positivity and just kind of take this generation to a whole new level. Let's go! Man, all I wanna do is get up, hit a lick with my bro, fix my collar, fix my hair like I'm late for a show. And shawty says she love me, better keep it on the low. Always icy like a buzz down, wide on go. All right, now in this last and final segment, I just want to leave you guys with a little bit of motivation. Quote of the day today: don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. Steve Jobs. Basically, this quote is just saying, don't listen to what others have to say. Be yourself. Do what you have to do. People don't have to like you, and you don't have to care, Growing up, there was a whole bunch of people that talked down on me, music-wise, baseball-wise, you name it, There's negativity is going to be everywhere. There's always going to be all these people that just bring you down for no apparent reason. And all I have to say to that is, over time, those people, they're just going to disappear, and they're just going to do their thing. So why not you just do your thing? Prove them wrong. You don't have to care about what others think. But if you have your eyes on the prize, you have a goal, you understand what needs to happen for you to reach that goal, then you just go out and do your thing. Don't let anybody stop you. If they're trying to stop you, then they're no good to you. Surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with the people that will bring you success, and anything is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Miggy. Thank you for listening to my podcast. You can follow my Instagram at MiggyLBC. That's MIGGYLBC. Same handle for Twitter. My YouTube channel is Expose It Gang, XPOZRGANG. I will be posting this to my YouTube as well as my SoundCloud. You'll find my SoundCloud at MiggyTalks. And yeah, thank you everybody for listening. I hope you have an amazing week. Damn, I think it's hella crazy. I told myself no, but then I thought maybe. I don't know what happened, like I woke up from a nap. I looked down at my phone and I got up and it snapped. Yeah, what's going on? I know I got my goals, but aches and pains remind me that my heart still got holes. Now I'm acting different and I think it's really strange. I got so nervous that I thought I was the